Beat 'em up. Boop. Welcome, everybody, to the Imaginarium of Dr. Phineas. Thank you all for joining us. We are interrupting your regularly scheduled Star Trek adventures for a little bit of steampunk. And it is going to be fun. I have a wonderful cast with me today who is, a returning character and two people who are trying this out fresh out the gate. And this is going to be a lot of fun. It's a super simple system called a dragon game. It is created out of not necessarily necessity, but out of someone wanting to prove that you can have an RPG like Dungeons and Dragons without all the crunch. And that is what we have. So, with that being said, we are going to take a brief moment to go around the virtual table here and introduce our players, their characters, and where you can find them on the social interwebs. So first up, we have Harley Crow playing Maxie Hawks.
Hello. I'm the returning character. I'm playing Maxie Hawks. It was fun last time. That's all I'm gonna say. And on social media, you can find me under the Harley Crow on TikTok. Crow's spelled like this, right there.
With
I know it's weird.
Yeah, I like it though. It's awesome. Next up on our amazing roster, we have Sadie, who you may know from a bunch of our other shows, but most notably Across the Pond as Nova. She will be playing the role of Margot tonight.
Hi, I'm Sadie. You can find me on TikTok, Halfling Haven. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
We had a very busy episode earlier today, so hopefully you're still mentally prepared for this.
Yeah, I'm good. We're good. Totally different character here.
Right. Perfect. And last but certainly not least, we have Ayla Ravenstar playing Millie Collins. She is somebody I've been trying to get on the show for a hot minute now, so I'm glad she's here. This is going to be good. Well, welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Now, is there any kind of social media that you would like people to know about?
Mostly TikTok, which is my, this name over here,
No,
Ayla
over
Ravenstar. But you can check out my other two TikToks as well for my businesses, which are Adventure Inc., INK, and Pixie Light Photo, my photography business and my bookstore business, because I don't have enough jobs.
I love it. Welcome, Zero Raccoon. Thanks for joining us in chat. We hope that you have some fun and spend some of the channel points tonight. To anybody who is listening, jumping in, want to join us live, just know that we are on Twitch, and you can rack up channel points to help or harm the players. Also, we have some sound emotes that if you have some extra bits laying around, you can play those. They will be on air live, and they are all goat related. So yeah, that's always fun. And without further ado, we are going to jump right on into this game. So the three of you are part of the Emerald. I do that every time. The Amethyst. Emerald is in Ravenmere. Okay. The Amethyst Conclave of Cloudview. You are all in the headquarters of the building, and word has been circulating that there is a whole bunch happening within the Conclave recently. A couple new players have been added to the roster, new investigators. And there has been rumors that there have been new missions coming down the line, things that normally don't come your way. So we're going to pick this up in the main area of the building. The three of you have just arrived for your day's shift. The door has pretty much just been open. The coffee pot is on, bubbling away. Steam powered coffee pot. Everything is steam. And so the three of you kind of take note of each other as you enter this main room.
I promptly approach, we'll say Maxie, and stick out my hand. Hi, I'm Millie.
I'm Maxie Hawks. Nice to meet you.
Ooh, coffee. And then I go over to the coffee machine.
I've had it.
I'm gonna go straight over to the coffee machine and find the tallest cup that is in the cabinet, and I'm going to pour myself a cup half full, and then I'm going to find the milk and the sugar and fill the rest up. And then I'm just gonna chug it.
Wow. All right. Nice.
I kind of coffee drinker. I also add a lot of sugar into my coffee.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Welcome, Frankie
Impressive.
Hollywood. Thanks for joining us again. So you both are at the Mr. Coffee machine, and you're just, making these barista style drinks. Everything's looking good. The head honcho kind of comes in looking a little bit disheveled, like he just woke up, like just got here. He's still tucking his shirt in, putting his suspenders up. He's got like the thick mutton chops going on with a big old mustache connecting the two, but like nothing in the middle on the chin. And he turns around as he heads into his office and he says, "I want to see the three of you in here as soon as you can." And he shuts the door behind him.
Yes, sir.
I go to follow him into the office, and he shuts the door like.
I turn to the others and say, "You think he likes his coffee black? Or do you think he takes milk and sugar?"
For as long as I've worked here, I never took notice of that. I have no idea.
You know what?
I feel kind of bad now. I'm
know what?
I'm a bad employee or something.
I am going to. I've got this, and I find
Ready?
another tall coffee mug, pour it half full, and then I find another mug and put some milk in it, and grab some sugar, and then I walk towards the door, and I turn back to look at y'all, and I'll say, "You can tell a lot about a person by how they drink their coffee."
That's
Okay.
fair.
I've never tried that
So yeah,
before.
you're kind of standing
Okay.
right next to Millie at this moment. The door had just been shut in her face.
Just standing there with my coffee, looking
Yeah.
confused. Should we just go? Do I just open the door?
Here, let me. I knock on it. Are we good to come in, boss?
Get in here, come on! I haven't got all day.
Open the door. We're good to
Go
come
up
in.
and
Come on.
set the mugs and everything on the desk. Brought you some coffee, sir.
He looks into the cups and like takes the milk. He's like, "I'm allergic to coffee. Brown nosing won't get you anywhere in here, new hire. Survive a mission. That'll get you on my good side."
Noted.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Are you Millie or are you Margot?
I'm Margot.
I'm Millie.
Great. Okay. I'm not going to remember that. Anyway, so his office is like barely in disarray, or barely not in disarray. Like there's just paper stacks everywhere. Files are sticking up out of the file cabinets. Like,
It's been a harsh week or two.
He tried. He tried.
Try.
Gave it the old college try. It looks more like he just kind of like frisbeed it at the file cabinet and said good enough. Like the place just looks overrun, like a hoarder's paper waste bin. So
No, it's like
he
a cosplayer's
slides-
room.
right, he slides a mess of papers off of his desk into like a wire trash can next to him. He's like, "Have you seen this?" And he slaps a newspaper up on the table or on his desk, and it says, "Reports in of magic running rampant in the streets." What is this nonsense?
Don't know, haven't seen it.
No, we could probably figure it out. If that's what you want us to do.
I appreciate your gung ho attitude. You're a really good gumshoe, but I'm just trying to figure out why is a reputable newspaper like Steam Today talking about magic? I mean, everybody knows that stuff is for kids and birthday parties.
I don't know. Why do newspapers write anything these days? I mean, other
To
than
get
sport.
news to people?
Yeah, but like,
You're a
It-
strange duck, Maxie. You know that?
I try to be.
Well, Millie, welcome to the force. As you can see, things are hectic around here, to say the least.
I'm ready for it.
Well, good. So here's the deal. I've gotten some insider scoop that in the industrial district, there has been a bunch of reports of break-ins and even some larceny and some assault. So I think I kind of want you all to go over and check it out.
Can do, sir.
Yes, sir.
You got it.
All right. Now remember, if anything weird happens, feel free to get out of there. I mean, I know you won't, but just so I'm covered, I'm telling you, don't die. Yeah, all right. That should
I
take care of that
survived
clause.
last time.
Let's see. Oh, yeah,
Got
here.
this.
He slides the keys across the desk to Maxie. Go ahead and
Yeah.
take the vehicle. You know where it is. Y'all come back with some good information, and I think I could probably pay you $5 a piece.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Thanks, boss.
And with that, you are able to leave the room. Is there anything you all would like to talk about while you head to the parking area?
So,
So what-
Maxie, how long have you been with the conclave?
Oh, hmm. Oh. I haven't really kept track. Probably several years now.
Oh.
Or was it one singular year? I don't know. It's been kind of dull, but like the last mission I went on, it was not dull. I will not forget that one. That was fun. But yeah, I've been here for a while.
Okay.
You think I should grab my baseball bat before we go? I was planning on, picking up a game after this, but,
I mean that's up to you.
Seems like it could be
Yeah.
handy.
might as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So you're
Interesting.
gonna grab your baseball bat?
Yeah, I make a slight detour and go grab it.
Fair
Pop
enough.
up back with them.
So the three of you make your way out to the parking lot after grabbing your baseball bat and whatever other little accoutrements you would like to grab along the way.
My character would either have had with her like a fencing sword on her side, or I could also have gone and got it after. I don't know what would make the most
Either way, if you'd like to already have had it on you, I mean, it's a fashion statement.
sense.
It's
really
not
is.
entirely uncommon to see people wandering around with things like that.
Yeah.
Well, I probably would just have it with me.
Okay.
And of course, I have my little pistol with me.
All right. Not the blunderbuss
Never
from the
aimed.
first mission. Oh wait, that's a whole nother city. All right. So the three of you get out to the parking area, and you can see the lone company vehicle sitting in its little spot. It is one of those like old-fashioned police transports, affectionately called paddy wagon, but it has been repurposed. Like the boss got it at the auction for, pennies on the dime. And it's rusted. It's beat up. The headlight on it is broken out of it. The seats have tears in them. I mean, this thing could break down at any moment.
Any moment.
I have a
And that's
face
what we
just
get.
like nice.
Zero raccoons up to no good.
No, doesn't sound good.
Of course. Zero learned from the best after all.
I solemnly swear I'm up to no good. All right.
All
So
right.
obviously,
on in.
Maxie's gonna drive. Who is riding shotgun?
I'll ride shotgun.
All right. So
At least
Millie.
it's not as bad as Alice is driving.
Millie, you get over to the wagon. It's got one of those little sliding doors on the side, and when you try to open it, I need you to make a brawn check.
Oh.
Oh well, I rolled a 2, which is good in this case, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. The
Yeah.
lower, the
Yeah.
better. So it sticks a little bit. Like it's so rusty that it just doesn't want to go. But you're able to like put a foot up on the side of it and just rip this door open. And inside you can see like in the bed of this thing, there's some sizable holes. Like you probably don't want to get near that.
I like carefully scoot in, avoiding the holes.
As you all are piling in, getting ready to go, you all take notice that out of the window facing the parking lot, like the blinds are open, to where they're like the slats, and you see your boss peeking out through the blinds at you. Like as you as you get the door open, he just
Like
gives a
wave out the
thumbs up.
window.
gives a thumbs up and closes the blinds.
Encouraging?
Odd fellow, isn't he?
You get used to it.
Yeah.
We're all sort of odd here.
Hmm.
It's true. All right,
Fair.
so here's what I need you all to do. Now that you are in the van, you are getting ready to set out. I need all of you to make a cunning check to see if you actually know where the industrial district is.
Cunning check.
All right, I got a 7 of 14.
Wonderful.
15 of 13. I don't
Okay.
Nope.
know where
The
it is.
driver doesn't know where it is.
Nope.
Nope.
Help me out again. Like, how did these rolls work? You add it, right? Same as normal, but Then you want it lower?
No.
No, you just roll your
Alright.
d20, and you want
Mhm.
it to be lower or equal to whatever your cunning score is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's kind of the opposite of
Whoa.
D&D 5e.
Yeah, well, that's a 16, so no.
All right, so both of you sitting in the front seat are just like, where do we go?
I'm just like sitting there, like smoothing out my skirt, like straightening my long bloomers,
I turn on the car.
I've only just realized I have no idea where we're going. Yes, that is correct.
I've been here. Yeah. I've been here for a few. I forgot where the district is that we're going to.
The industrial district? I know where it is.
Yes.
Let's go out of here
Okay.
and take a right.
All right.
Okay,
Start
so here's
driving.
how we're going to handle this. First, I'm going to do a roll.
Oh.
And we're going to see if a majority of you can decide whether this is good or bad. So I need each of you to choose higher or lower.
Higher.
Okay.
I'll go lower.
Okay. It's all up to Maxie now.
Pressure. You just said earlier before we got on that you were bad at making decisions, so it's all you.
Yeah. I'll go higher.
All right. So 2 of you have chosen higher, 1 of you has chosen lower, and I have rolled a 7. So traffic is out of control today. There are so many people and construction on top of it all. So,
Oh, come on. I know one of the airships fell down there, but please, come on, man.
so what we need is
Do the
Millie.
windows roll down?
They do, yes.
Okay, I want to roll down the window and
Thanks, Ray Rumsey.
Wait.
We will.
I want to roll the window down, wave my baseball bat out the window. Move on, people, move it.
All right, I need Millie to roll a cunning check, and I need Maxie to roll a brawn check.
9 of 14.
Okay, good.
I actually did good. 8 and my brawn is 10.
Yay!
That's wow. All right. So between the 2 of you, Millie, you are able to call out the directions quick enough, and Maxie is able to make the corrections equally as quick. And you manage to make it to the industrial district with little event. I mean, aside from Margot really irritating some people with her road rage. As you pull into the the industrial district, this whole place is cut off from the rest of the city by like a gigantic wall, and there's like one of those little, I want to call it a kiosk, but like a little security guard shack with the arm down and everything. And as you approach, the security guard comes out, and he's got all of his gear on and everything. Clipboard.
Roll down my window. Sorry.
That's awesome.
One more
You
turn.
get the window down a bit, and
Hello.
hello there. Speak your business. What are you doing?
We're here from the Amethyst Conclave to search a few things.
Amethyst Conclave. I'm not seeing you on the list.
Oh. Too bad. You're losing a party.
Sure. I mean, if you're not on the list, I can't let you in, so I don't know what a party has anything to do with it, but
That was a very terrible joke, sir. I'm terribly sorry about that. Not really.
Sir, we're here to check out the issues that have been happening here lately. You may have read the paper.
nope. Can't read.
How do we get on the
Yeah.
list?
Well, you got to call ahead and make an appointment.
Who do we call?
Ghostbusters. I don't know.
I'm sure our boss should have called and made an appointment.
What's your boss's
Maxie, what
name?
was his name?
What's his name?
I don't know if I have his name anywhere. I probably do know his name.
Sure, what is it?
I
Just
don't
make it up.
Oh, just make it up. Okay. Oh shoot. All right.
What's your boss's name? LOL.
Okay. Mr. Archer Sterling.
Mr. Archer Sterling.
Sorry.
Let me see. Flip some papers. Looking at names.
So many papers.
I'm not seeing Mr. Archer Sterling.
Mm.
You got a telephone? Maybe we can call him.
You got a telephone? What a personal question. I need all of you to roll a cunning check real quick.
Cunning check. Okay.
This guy must normally hate me because he's so low.
Lost my die.
7 to 14 again.
Well done.
That's a
Cunning.
13.
Cunning is 13.
So anybody that passes that, it dawns on you. This fella just said that he couldn't read.
That really did. Oh.
It's a good thing Millie is more observant than I am. Hey, wait a minute. I thought you said you couldn't read.
I can't.
Well, then how can you read that sheet? Let me see it.
Here, hands you the clipboard.
I start going through the list.
Yeah, you don't see the names on
Like,
there.
there we are, right there. And I just like
There we go.
3, 2, 1. That looks
Roll.
like it might possibly, plausibly be the Amethyst Conclave.
He kind of squints at it. Yeah. That's right. Hey,
Don't
by
strain
the
yourself
way,
too hard, bud.
just real quick on a personal note, if you could not let people know that I can't read, that'd be fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
no, we won't
problem.
be telling anybody.
Great. Thank you. I mean, that was kind of a job requirement. All right. Well, he opens the gate for you. Come on
Thank
in.
you, sir.
I don't know where you want to start your investigation, but have at it.
We'll figure it out. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
All
thanks.
Bang, bang.
Ah,
As Millie's
As
foot
we're,
falls out the bottom. Like,
As we're rolling away, if he doesn't want people to know that he can't read, he probably shouldn't tell people he can't read.
let's not tell him that, okay?
I'm sure he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. He'll piece together things sooner or later, you know?
He's a precious man. He'll be fine.
He will get Oh, no.
One thing about this show is that I have purposely made all of the NPCs just slightly smarter than rocks. So
Slightly.
That's good. I like that.
all right. Well, where would
That's good.
where would you all
Because
like to begin?
apparently
Your
we're
invest-
only slightly smarter than rocks.
Right?
Slightly.
That's what-
Slightly.
What I'm saying. I'm good. Make it easier.
So there's a whole bunch of different buildings, but there is one that is like a more of an office building rather than packing plant or anything else.
Mm-hmm. Should we start there? The office building?
Yeah, it looks official. Let's start there.
It
All
looks official.
Is there any like rampant assault or larceny or breaking in or magic apparently going on in the streets?
So there isn't. It actually seems kind of
We are
like
the cleverest.
contradictory almost. I mean, this is a walled-in area, so how can stuff just like be going all crazy? You know?
I don't know. We just met a guy who couldn't read, and he's the guard.
You have to read the list.
So pulling up to the main building, you all can hop out and begin your investigation. Real quick, we're going to have you all roll cunning checks just to kind of look around as you're heading inside.
Oh, please be good for once.
Yay.
This time I got a 17 of 14, so.
Ooh.
Hi.
Ooh. This time I got a 3.
Oh, yay!
Awesome. All right. So, yeah, Maxie and Millie, you're focused on tunnel vision. You got the task at hand. You want to get this going. Margot, as you're wandering in, you're kind of looking around and you're noticing that there's like these weird footprints. It's like a purple clay that kind of walk around the outside of this one building.
Hey, you guys, come look at this.
Yeah.
This looks odd.
Yeah, that
I
is
mean,
odd.
It's kind of unnatural looking.
Let's follow them.
Sure. Let's follow them.
I pull out my pistol just to have it at the ready and start following the little
Okay.
prints.
You follow the footprints around to the back of the building, at which point they kind of come to an end at the bottom of a fire escape. The ladder for it is, 8 feet up in the air, and that's where the feet prints stop.
Think you went.
Put the pistol away.
So do you think they flew away, or do you think they cleaned their shoes? Maybe we should look around for some shoes around here.
Either that or they went up the ladder and just pulled the ladder up with them. Just jerks. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's try to see if we find anything else.
All right. Looking around in this general area, you do not find any shoes or any other kinds of clues. It does appear like up is the way they went.
So did you say the ladder was up so that like it'd have to be pulled down. We wouldn't
Correct.
be able to.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything around that we might be able to like bring over to climb up on top of to reach it,
yeah.
or
So there is
got the
not.
most brawn? Somebody boost me up.
So
How
there
far
is
up
not
is it?
anything like that. But
So, yeah.
as you are taking note of what is needing to transpire, you do notice that on the bottom rung of the ladder, there is more of that purple clay. However, it is not a footprint. It is clearly fingerprints.
I told you. There's more to play. Okay.
What does the clay smell like?
Smell that?
Taking a nice whiff of this clay, it smells like Play-Doh soaked in ammonia.
This is strong.
I'm just like staring at you like, what's it smell like?
I wouldn't touch it. It's probably caustic or something.
Oh.
Okay, we've got to get up there. Why are you smell? What? Okay. Not the weirdest thing I've seen.
Margot, your fingers start to tingle as it sits on the tips of your fingers.
I didn't touch it.
Oh, I thought you picked some up to smell of it. Okay.
No, I just like leaned into it.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
Full on, all full fours, lean down.
Right? Just give it a little taste. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Ugh.
Oh, gross.
Oh. Shall we attempt to get up there?
I think so. You got any ideas?
Other than kind of like foisting? Like,
Who looks strongest and who looks smallest?
Yeah,
I
just
do not look strongest, FYI.
waft.
my brawn is 10.
Mine
I'm
too.
like, eh.
So.
Margot? Oh my god, we all have M names.
Yeah.
Just noticed.
Yes.
Okay.
What is your strength, Margot?
It is 12.
So
Still better
Margot
than us.
is the strongest.
Margot is the strongest, yeah.
Margot, boost me up. I'll see if I can get it.
All right. So I widen my stance and just kind of like hoist her up.
Roll a brawn check.
This is gonna go well.
Please tell me that's a nat 20.
That's a 15.
Oh, no.
You ever seen two people like trying to get ready for a chicken fight in a pool and they just can't quite figure it out? That's kind of what's happening right now.
Okay, wait.
I
put
once
my-
fell off and hit my head on the pool pump doing that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Millie's like, if I just
If I
put my
put
foot over
And-
here.
no, move your hand the other. No, this is.
That's
No,
that's
push.
not
Don't
working.
put. No.
Okay, how high up is the ladder? Like, would I
so-
be able to reach it with like the end of my baseball bat to kind of try to get it to nudge down?
Between your height, the baseball bat, and like a little like jump, yes, you could hit it.
Yes, I would like to try to do that.
All right. So go ahead and do that and give me a brawn check as you try to melee attack this ladder.
I hope nobody is watching us because just like watching us do that, and now she's just like,
Yeah.
They probably would have gone.
You turn around and your boss is around the corner just sticking his head out.
Just like.
Yeah, that's a 16. I'm gonna put this die to the side.
Oh my gosh.
It's your turn now.
When I.
oh,
I remember that.
Telling secrets
bad.
around here.
Ah,
So yeah, somebody else's turn now.
all right. Does it look like I could possibly shoot at it? To, like,
Yeah.
Sort. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do that. I should take out my pistol. Say nothing.
Roll agility.
Nice. Okay.
We stand a chance.
5.
There it is.
Yep.
So your pistol goes off quite loudly, echoing around the buildings.
I don't
The
care at
bullet
this point.
the bullet finds home and the ladder comes sliding down.
There we go. That wasn't so bad.
simple.
So easy.
All right.
Caveman can do it.
Can try to not touch this stuff while I go up. Oh,
All right.
that's also
It's easy enough that you're able to climb up and get up the fire escape. And as you reach the initial platform, it goes up for about 3 more floors, and you can hear a voice mumbling from the office up above you.
We're gonna have company. Stay quiet.
I will quietly
Keep on
climb
going
up
up.
after her.
Okay.
And I
All
will
right.
Do like
So I need, if anybody is trying to sneak, go ahead and roll a cunning check.
This could go terribly, as all of my cunning has been terrible so far. Except for one time. Not this time. Oh
I have that face to going on too. I rolled a 17.
no!
I rolled an 18.
Oh no!
So the 3 of you think you're doing just fine. But let's
I'm doing great.
let's go ahead and see if this voice talking rolls higher than any of you. Oh my goodness, I rolled a 19. Somehow, in the chaos of the universe, this voice, this
You
person,
get another
does
chance.
not hear you coming.
Oh my gosh.
As
We are
the
so
3 of
sneaky.
you are. Now, apparently, they're making more noise than you. That's as you reach the top and you're peeking in through the dusty old window of this office. You can see someone inside moving around, muttering to themselves, "Stupid insurance! I should be able to claim on this. This is so stupid." And they appear to be pouring something all over the office.
That can't be
What does it smell like?
good. Yeah.
Gasoline.
Of course it does.
Is the purple stuff like leading up to here or not?
So there was no more purple stuff after that. What you
just
are
making
taking notice of, though, is that the door to his office is closed, like from the interior of the building, but the exterior from the fire escape is open. So he came in through the fire escape.
You guys, we gotta stop this guy. And Maxie, do not fire your gun.
Oh yeah, no, not planning on that.
And I just like kind of like pull up my baseball bat.
I
Yep,
will draw my
let's go.
sword.
Kind of.
Draw your
Let's do this.
rapier.
Yes.
I
We're
like hold up
happy.
my fist. Oh, this feels so hard. I'm not
All
my
right.
cousin
So
Alice.
go ahead and describe to me like the marching order and how you enter this office.
I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Yep, because I got the baseball bat, and we don't want to like kill this guy.
No.
I will come in behind you and I'll sort of like veer off to like what's the word I'm looking for? Like flank, I
Flank.
guess.
Flank him. Okay.
I'll bring up the rear and be like, oh, not until I have to.
I'll bring up the weird. I like it.
I always bring up the weird.
All right. All right. The three of you are able to creep inside. He finishes dumping all this stuff and kind of chucks the can down and pulls a Zippo out of his pocket, getting ready to light it.
Whoa, no.
Spins around to look at
I
you.
would.
What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. Nobody's
We're
supposed to be here.
investigators. We are supposed to be here.
What?
No,
what are
nobody's
you
supposed
doing
to be
here?
here.
You're not supposed to be here.
Well, nobody is. This place is supposed to be closed today.
I want to run and tackle
I'm
him.
here. If you're not
I'm
supposed to
gonna-
be here, you're not supposed to be here, and it's closed today.
Don't worry about why I'm here.
You're the one who left the door open.
You're pouring
I want
It's
to
my
run and
office.
tackle
all over
him.
the place.
Margot's gonna tackle
Okay.
him in the midst of all of this.
Go ahead and roll a brawn check.
That is a 10.
A 10. All right. So you run over, tackle him. In a panic, he lights the Zippo, and as you tackle him, it's soaring through the air.
Oh, can I like dive for it and try to catch it?
That is exactly what I was hoping. For the two of you to do something. Go ahead, Millie, and roll an agility check.
Okay, 10, and my agility is 14.
Nice. So you dive and just like catch it in your hand and
motion.
fall. Yes. Splat down on this gasoline soaked floor with
Just,
a
like,
lit
holding
Zippo
it
in
up.
your hand.
Don't let the Zippo fall.
Here, give that to me. I'll try and put it out.
Somebody take this.
I got.
You just come up while I'm holding it in the air.
I'm just like holding it.
So
All right, friend. What's going on here?
no, you don't understand. I need the money.
Money? What money?
The insurance money.
I mean, don't we all? But like, this is a little
I'll cut you a deal. Just let me go.
It's
no.
illegal, mister.
No,
Come on,
you're coming with
we'll
us.
split the insurance equally.
Plus, what if something else catches on fire and you hurt someone else?
Nobody else is here. Well, they're not supposed to be.
Well, I mean,
Honey,
there's
it
no
is
one
too
right outside
dangerous.
the gate.
Honey, we are all
Absolutely.
soaked in gasoline. It is too dangerous to light this thing on fire. Let's go.
I will get back up out of the gasoline and, like, point my sword at him while I'm assuming Margot is, like, marching him out of the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming out,
Uh,
still holding it.
Ooh, perfect. You're marching this guy out of the room, and he's like very teary-eyed, like, you don't understand. I can't. I need this money to save my family. I can't. I just.
Okay. Then
That's
tell us
so
how we
weird.
can help
can't.
save your family. What's going on with your family? You know what?
don't-
Let's get back
you
to the
don't-
office.
You don't get it. And he like starts like turning inside out as this purple clay and ammonia smell starts just covering his entire body. He basically looks like a humanoid muck at this point.
Oh, Pokemon. Sorry.
That's why there was purple weird clay stuff. Oh, okay.
Run! And I need all of you. We're going to do some initiatives. So just roll a d20 and add your agility. Well, no, wait. Just make agility check. Sorry.
Agility check. All right.
Oh, all right. He's going last.
Yay.
Keep losing it.
Runner.
Yep.
I rolled an 8.
Nice.
Hey!
I rolled a 12, and my agility is 12.
All right. Neat. So, Millie and Maxie, I'll let you decide who goes before the other, or if you want to go simultaneously and do some kind of weird power combo attack. But it is completely up to you two to go first. Yes, Clayface.
Well, I would say probably if Margot wants to go first, since you're the one who's kind of trying to, you were anyways, sort of trying to grapple with him.
I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Zero Raccoon. You are so amazing. All right, let's put a pin in this real quick because I get to re-roll for the enemy's initiative.
No.
And I'm on a 9. So still just behind Maxie and Millie. Thank you very much, Zero Raccoon.
it!
Vicious.
Stop learning too well for me. Okay. You know what? I'm sheer panic. I'm pulling out my gun and shooting right at him.
Yay!
Great. Seems good.
All right, fire away.
Okay. 11.
Oh, all right. So, if I remember correctly, with combat, it just deals the amount of damage you shoot. Yes? Let's see.
Yep.
When you attack something, pick a stat that you're using, unless you can come up with a good reason why it should be different. Roll under the relevant stat on a d20. Deal the result of your roll as damage. Easy peasy.
Yep.
Did you roll exactly your stat?
No. My
Okay.
stat for agility is 18. And I
Okay.
rolled an 11, so.
Well, just for future reference, for anybody who, is going, if you roll exactly your stat during combat, the enemy will be stunned and you get to make a second attack immediately. So just bearing that in mind. So 11 damage. Woof. And that was with your
My little
pistol.
Yeah.
All right. Let me make a
'Cause I'm
note of
better at
that.
range.
And then,
And we are outside.
all right. Oh, actually, I just remembered something, everybody. I just remembered something. Tofu, the lovely Tofu that she is,
Same page.
set up our chat with something amazing. Could someone in chat please type !D20? I would like a roll from chat.
What?
And I am going to choose higher.
Exclamation point. You need an exclamation point.
Yep.
1d20, right? There you go.
Oh, and it's a 18. What? All right, Maxie, you fire your bullet, which it's like firing into the water. It makes ripples as the bullet enters this weird purple creature's body. When it does, like a poof of ammonia kind of comes out. And suddenly, a fire starts.
Everybody dive for the door.
Maxie, the heck are you doing?
I thought I'd gotten out in time.
Diving for the
So-
exit.
I'm sorry.
To answer your question, Frankie, that is actually set within the Twitch stream so that too many things don't get bought to help the players out. I mean,
Nah.
can't have them win every time. All right.
No, winning all the time would be way too easy.
So now there is fire in the office. And it is Millie's turn.
I'm diving for the exit.
All right. So you're heading out. You got it. And now it is this weird creature thing's turn. At which
Oh.
point you see it kind of like collapse down upon itself and then split into 4 separate creatures at this point. They're all smaller than the original, but there's more of them. And they are going to attempt to attack each one of you. So what I need each of you to do is tell me, using a particular stat, how you would like to dodge the attack. You can use any stat you want. Just tell me how that stat is allowing you to dodge.
I would probably use agility just to sort of like literally dodge. You know?
Like pirouette out of the way.
I'd like to use agility as well, but kind of tumbling. Like
Okay,
tumbling
that's
away.
fair.
I am using agility like I am sliding across home plate.
Nice.
All right, everybody
Nice.
go ahead and roll your agility and let me know what you get.
Got
Okay.
six.
4.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
No.
Millie, what did you get?
I got a 6.
Okay.
Out of 14.
Oh,
Margot?
no. That's a 19.
Ooh.
All right, so unfortunately,
out.
Margot does not evade. So, that's not so bad. Margot, you take 6 points of damage.
Oh
Millie, you take 6 points of damage as well. And finally, Maxie. Ooh, Maxie, you take 12 points of damage.
Oof.
12. I'm out.
Okay, so if you have fallen, I need you to roll a d6 for me.
D6. Oh, 4. Okay. Here we go. Come here, D6s. I know there's a lot of you in here, so don't you hide from me.
no.
Okay, I found a D6. It was on the top. Yay. 4.
4. You're unconscious but stable. You will wake up with 1 hit point in 1d6 hours. So the good news is you're not dying.
Yet.
So then it is Margot.
Alright.
Oh, no, wait.
Gonna...
Wait a minute. Hold on. Millie, you didn't make your attack.
Oh, yeah. Do I need to do I was I was diving for the door. So did you need me to roll for that? Roll agility?
No, not for the dive for the door, but if you want to make an attack, you can.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, so you're going to roll your agility check, and that is both your to hit and how much damage you deal.
I rolled 8.
8. All right. You dive for the door and manage to take a good swipe with your rapier as you dive, and miraculously, you're able to slice this purple blob in half,
Oh.
and it like hardens into, hard soil, like like mud would do when it dehydrates. And it just kind of crumbles into a pile on the floor.
Okay. That's good.
It took its turn, so now it is Margot's turn to attack.
I am going to swing my baseball bat.
Okay, roll your brawn check.
Well, that's another 19.
So you swing full force, like slow motion, rear back ready to go, pick your leg up and everything, like so professional. And it just whiffs right in front of this thing's face. Like you can hear the air, like, whoo.
Yep.
Then it would be back to Maxie and Millie. So unfortunately, Maxie can't do anything.
Because I'm unconscious. I'm currently on the floor.
Unless chat had some points laying around that maybe they would be able to reclaim a heal, unless it says out of stock. But until then, Millie, what are you doing?
Okay. So there's 3 of these things left. Where is the fire and how big is it? Like, what's on fire?
Aha, there you go. Thank you, Tofu Chipmunk. Maxie, you are suddenly brought back to life at full health.
Oh, that's so weird.
The fire is pretty much completely engulfed the left side of the room. It's getting far worse at this point. Probably got a couple more rounds before the whole office is on fire.
I'm still backing towards the door. Guys, we might want to take this outside. And I will swipe at another one of the muck things if there's one within.
There is. Yep. Go ahead.
12, and my agility is 14. So
nice. So 12 damage. That's enough to kill a second one. You are on a roll. There are 2 left at this point, and I am supposed to do something because at this point he is at half health. So I got to do a thing. If I can find it. Roll morale for enemies when they reach half health. All right. So at this point, the 2 remaining purple things come barreling past you, Millie, making a break for that door. They are forgoing all attacks and just trying to get out of the office.
I'm just gonna sidestep, unless I have the option to like swing at one of them as they go.
Unfortunately, there's no attack of opportunities, but
that's all right. I will just sidestep. Like they can go.
Before the one closest to Margot can get away, Margot can make an attack.
Yes, I would like to swing my baseball bat again. It's a 16. Oh my goodness. It is
all
just
right,
not
Tofu,
a
thank
good
you.
day.
So that's a miss then?
Yeah, that's a miss.
Womp womp. All right. You know what? Let me I'll be nice. I'll be nice. I will grant a reroll to Margot.
All right. I'm losing them. Don't run off this time. That is a 12.
There we go.
Right at it.
You connect with the back of this thing's head as it's trying to escape from the office. And as it falls forward, turning into this hardened clay, it bumps into the other one, which knocks it off of the fire escape, plummeting to the ground below. And just like, you ever thrown like slime off of a high distance. Like that's what it does. It just everywhere.
Uh,
And with that,
Wow.
the combat has ended, but the office is still very much in flames. It's about halfway on fire now. Maxie is very close to the flames at this point.
I
Still
run
unconscious.
over and scoop her up.
All right, roll some brawn.
Yep.
Is there such a thing? Are there fire extinguishers in the steampunk world? Like steam powered fire extinguishers?
All right, so Margot, you are able to
Nice.
just pick Maxie
Sack
up.
of potatoes.
And yes, there are steam powered fire extinguishers. It's just like highly compressed steam in a bottle.
I love it.
Because if I can like run over and if there's one there's one in the office, I'll grab it and like be like steam powered fire extinguishing behind them as Margot is
Perfect. So
hauling Maxie
as
out
you're
of the
doing
room.
that, you're noticing it's actually working and putting the flames out. Margot makes it out onto the fire escape, and as you're backing away, you notice there's a whole bunch of like files and things that are labeled like high priority, and a picture of this gentleman's family on top of the desk.
I'm gonna grab that.
Yoink.
Yoink.
All right, so Margot, one last brawn check to carry Maxie down the fire escape, unless you're just gonna yeet her.
I'm not gonna yeet her. Oh my goodness.
So like I'm still unconscious after
That's
being
a
all
net
healed up.
one. Yeah.
Now what?
Nice. Yes, you get all the way down the fire escape, and you are able to make it back to the company vehicle, which has, first aid kits, smelling salts, things like that, and you are able to bring Maxie back to life. Now, Millie, you
Okay,
come
there's
wandering
that
up at
weird-
this point with this file and
I'm like-
picture and all of that.
Looking through it. I look looking at the family, the picture of the family, and
Okay.
looking
So as you're
serious for a
looking
moment.
as you're looking at the picture of the family, you can see that it's like a company picnic for Velasky Pharmaceuticals. And everybody knows that that is in Cloudview. It is a place that it creates almost all of the medicine for the city. However, it's been in the news a few times for like how it disposes of its byproducts. And then as you're looking through the file, you see hospital bill after hospital bill of this man and his family, and basically doctors' diagnoses that they all have some kind of rare poisoning from an unknown source. The gentleman's doctor reports appear that he has kept them, a secret from his family, and his has progressed significantly worse than theirs.
So I will share these forms, this file with you guys.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Sounds like this company's bad news.
Sounds like
Sounds like it. Wouldn't hurt to bring it up to boss's attention.
Yeah. You think this is what the boss was looking for?
Probably. I mean, we did catch someone in the process and nearly succeeding in, like, about to blow up an office here. It'll be fine as long as we make our report. If there does happen to be a little bit more, we can always
You
come
think we
back.
should grab any of that goo?
Probably not with our bare hands. I
No,
don't
of course.
trust that
Of course
stuff.
not, but do we
That
have any
smells-
containers or anything? Oh, yeah, it smells
Evidence
foul.
bags.
Yeah, there's like some biohazard bags and things like that in the company vehicle.
Yeah, I'm
You're
gonna
able
grab
to-
one of
But they'll
those. And
work.
I'm gonna grab one of those and go, like carefully put some of the goop in there.
All right, when you come back around the corner to where the goop is, you see an individual who is wearing like a full-on steam-powered like bodysuit, like a power suit. And as you come around, you can see they're using jets of flame coming out of their wrists to just completely vaporize this goo. Like the head is covered with like a fishbowl kind of thing with, the goggles and the whole nine.
I'm just gonna make a complete 180, just swivel and walk back.
Hey, you got a sample?
No, there's somebody vaporizing a whole mess. Don't think we should get
I
involved.
got to look.
I will follow her.
All right.
You gotta see this.
You peek your heads around the corner and you see finishing his business, this machination, if you will, kind of like kicking the ashes so that the wind will take them all away. Like pretty much getting rid of all of the evidence.
Told y'all.
That is evidence.
I'll find you later.
Can't do that.
Just back away. I'll find you later.
What about are we so the guy who's vaporizing everything, he's over by the fire exit.
Fire
then.
escape. Yep. And as he turns to start walking away, you can see a serial number on the back of the suit with a logo of the pharmaceutical company.
Hmm. Well. I think we know
Okay.
who's behind this.
I'll get you. Too sketchy for my liking. I'll get you. Just like I caught the whole.
So you're gonna head back to the boss now.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
putting the keys in, turning on the car.
Let's get. All right.
I thought that was a dream for a second.
Millie, you want shotgun this time?
Sure.
Yeah, I'd love to not fall out the bottom of the wagon.
Just put in a seat with no hold on.
You are able to get back with little to no incident. The boss is sitting there still drinking that milk, even though it's been like 4 hours now.
Oh no.
It's the exact same cup, like same milk. It's
Is-
like all in his
there-
mustache.
Is the mug of coffee still on the desk?
Yes.
I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna grab it and go make coffee how I like it. And
Oh.
the whole thing.
I didn't hear you come in. How'd it go?
Rough. It Well,
Eh.
we kind of. Well,
There's
we
more to
kinda
be
walked
found
in on
out.
one- Yeah,
We found some
Yeah.
things though.
yeah.
Like
We,
what?
like a person trying to you with the use of gasoline, kind of blow up a office. He didn't succeed. But same guy also turned into a weird muck monster.
Hmm.
I know. I thought it was a weird
That
fever
sounds
dream too.
Interesting. Weird.
But-
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit weirder than the whole Clockwork Dragon.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I mean, did you like scare it away? I mean, did you kill it? I mean, we
d-
can't have something like that running around town.
I kind of fell unconscious in the middle of that. What happened to him, by the way, you two?
He's not gonna be running around town.
Meaning he's dead?
I
Okay.
assume so.
I would assume so.
Good. All right. Well, as I promised, he opens his drawer and he hands each of you a $5 bill. There's your payment from that. Oh, and then this came in for you as well. It's like a fat envelope. He hands it over to you all. I don't know. Some courier brought that. Said it was for you all.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Hey, boss, do you know anything about Velasky Pharmaceuticals?
Why, yeah. I mean, everybody does. They're the leading pharmaceutical company in all the city. Like, they're probably the most wealthy family-owned business I've ever seen.
Put the papers up there.
Yeah. I'll pull out the file. Because it seems like they might more be the cause behind all of this.
Oh, you think so?
The muck guy?
Yeah.
He was just a guy that turned into a muck thing. He had a family, and I point out the picture.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll take these files and I'll read them over and see what we can do with these.
Thanks, boss.
Yep.
Thank you.
No problem. And you all are able to leave his office now with the fatty envelope.
Well, shall we see what's in here?
Open her up.
Sure.
Open her
All
up
right.
carefully.
Opening it up, you see just a fat stack of $20 bills. There's very easily like 10 grand in this envelope and a very small like business card.
I gingerly grab the business card.
That what
Okay.
it looks like?
What's on the business card?
So it is a handwritten note that reads, "To the Amethyst Conclave, thank you so much for helping us clear up that untidy manor. Without your help, we could never have kept things a secret. You will always be in our favor, and we will be forever in your debt. Please accept this $10,000 as a thank you. XOXO, Jonathan Velasky, CEO, Velasky Pharmaceuticals."
Jonathan Lasky. I'm gonna keep a note of this. Do you mind if I keep this little thing? Do you two?
Sure.
But we're
Yeah.
splitting up the money nonetheless.
Oh, we're
Unless you
taking
don't
this
want
money.
any. I'm taking the note, but
Did we all get to see the note, or did you just read the note and
No,
then pop it, basically? Okay.
I showed the note around, but
Okay, you keep the note, but I'm a little bit confused about what this money is for.
my guess is to keep things quiet. Because apparently we cleaned up a mess of theirs.
Did we
which kind of
now?
also helps explain. Like, I feel like we accidentally tied up a loose end for them.
And that's where
I
we're
don't
going to
like
end this
this.
episode of Imaginarium of Dr. Phineas.
Wow.
We accidentally tied up a loose end for them. We got all the money.
Margot does not like this.
Thank
That's
you
like-
to you amazing players, Ayla, Sadie, and Harley. It was fantastic to have you here tonight.
This
This
was
has
so
been a
much fun.
wild ride.
Yes.
So thank you. And thank you to chat. You all were instrumental in helping keep
Yay.
Velaski Pharmaceuticals in business. Thank you so much. We appreciate your service.
Yay.
And keeping me alive. Thank you, Tofu, by the way.
Yes, I mean, there is that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So we are actually not going to be rating tonight, so we're just going to wrap things up. For anybody that would like to listen to this again or see this again, you can check out Goat Gaming Syndicate's Facebook page. We do post some things on TikTok, just little minute-long snippets. I feel like I'm going to pull a few good ones out of this particular episode, so this was good. Make sure to check those out. But we are on YouTube under Goat Gaming Syndicate. So if you want to see any of our phenomenal shows with these cast members, go check those out. We have them itemized by playlist. So easy to find.
Mhm.
But once again, thank you, players. Thank you so much to the chat. We'll see you all next time. Laters. Bye.